Okay, good morning, Nanjo Clip.
Good morning, Sir Nansen.
Good morning, no? Okay. In this video, we will be discussing some things about relations and functions. Okay. Relations and functions are quite a part of our lives today. Of course, tayo mga tao, as people, we associate things with one another. Associations. We make links, we make connections. Diba? Okay, but first, we make the following definitions of terms. First is the thing we call relation. Okay, by the way, this is not relationship, ha? Relation. Okay, it says there, okay, everybody read.
Any set of ordered pairs or a group that associates one element with another.
Okay, any set of ordered pairs. Here, in our mathematical discussions, we will have sets of ordered pairs. Recall from your grade 8, ordered pair, an x value followed by what? Followed by an x value followed by what? What? Leon, what? A y value. An x value followed by a y value. Kaya siya tinawag ng ordered kasi nga magkasunod. Hindi pwedeng mabaliktad yung isa, no? Okay. Also, the word relation refers to the rule that associates those two elements in that ordered pair. Halimbawa, ano ang kinalaman ng y sa x? Paano mo makukuha si y kapag meron kang x? No? How do you get y if you have x? Of course, you apply a rule. And that rule, that's also referred to by the word relation. So far, so good?
Yes, sir.
So far, so good. Okay, now we have a special kind of relation, yung tinatawag nating function. A function is a special type of relation, but what makes a function different from other relations is that it has the what we call one-to-one property. How's that? One x value corresponds to one and only one y value. Isang x lang, isang y lang. Hindi pwede yung isang x tapos dalawang y. Okay. Buti pa yung function, one-to-one. Yung iba sa inyo, ang daming gusto.
My God! Okay guys, tahimik.
By the way, the set of all first elements, the set of all x values, ang tawag natin doon, merga ay, ano? The set of all x values, tinatawag natin,
Domain.
ano?
Domain.
Ayun, domain, no? Domain. Domain. And the set of all y values, we call that, what do we call that? Mr. Ronquillo? Ano? Range. Range, hindi ranger, no? By the way, nauuso yung sakit natin ngayon, ano? Kaya yung mga mukhang ilong ranger dyan, medyo papahawa ka na. Medyo ikatan natin. Carlos! Okay, let me put forth this statement. All functions are relations, but not all relations are functions. How does that relationship work? Oh. Remember, a function is a special type of relation. Kaya talagang function ay relation. Pero hindi lahat ng relation nagiging function. Sabi nga natin kanina, there are relations where we have one value, we have one x value, and corresponds to two or more y values. Merga, you were asking?
So, it functions only a subset.
Yes. Recall from grade 7, no? Yung discussions natin about subset. Tama yun. Functions are just a subset of relations. Relations are a bigger picture, and inside those relations are the functions we have today. Okay, so we have these following examples. You will just identify whether the given table of values describes a function or they are just relations. Ready? See. Everybody ready?
Yes, sir, we're ready.
Ready? See? Okay. Mr. Grabador, now that you're there. Number one. Our number one table here. Is this a function or is it just a relation? Remember, in a function, for every x value you have, you get one and only one y value. So if any y value is repeated, then you can rightly say that this is just a relation.
That is a function.
Your answer again, Mr. Grabador?
Function.
What?
A function.
Okay, function. Mr. Grabador has said function. Is it right or is it not wrong?
Sir, it's
Not wrong.
it's not wrong, sir.
Well, that's correct, no? The 3 has only a negative 2 assigned to it. Does the 3, is the 3 assigned to other values? It is only negative 2. No other negative 3 there. No other value assigned to the x, to the 3x there, right? So this is a function. Okay, number 2. Shall we call hello from the other side? Okay, Mr. Lazaro. Number 2. Number 2 na table natin. Is this a relation or is this a function? Function? How are you sure of that? Relation? O, sabi mo ngayon function, tapos kanina rin function, tapos ngayon relation. Relations. Bakit? Bakit siya relation? What do you mean? Okay, you will notice 9 Euclid. The one here in the x values is repeated, no? It is associated with 2 different values. One is assigned to negative 1. One is also assigned to 1. Dalawa na yung y. Isang x, dalawang y. Like, sabihin na natin merong third party. Merong third party. And alam niyo naman sa isang family, third parties are, well, but anyway, tama, this is just a relation. We go back.
Yes.
Okay. For our sake, tutuloy lang natin, no? Tumigil na ba?
Hindi pa.
Okay.
Umamali ka.
Tuloy mo lang.
Sige lang.
Okay, number 3. Tawagin natin si... okay. Tawagin natin si Mr. Regala, no? Okay, Regala. Number 3 table. A relation or a function?
It's a relation.
How can you say so?
There are repeating terms. I mean, no.
What?
Oh, yeah, there are repeating terms.
There are repeating terms? Where are those repeated terms?
In the Y.
But what we say, repeated x.
Oh. So it's not a relation.
So, not only is it a relation, it is really a function. What? Look, negative 3, the x value of negative 3 here is assigned to positive 9. But look, is negative 3 assigned to other values? No. Is negative 3 assigned to other values? No. No. But, tama yung observation ni Mr. Regala, no? The 9 in the y values was repeated. But what we're talking about in terms as far as functions are concerned is that the x must not be repeated. you can have 2x value. Okay, ready? Okay, a while back, Mr. Merca has left us a question as to the number 3. About the number 3. He has asked, Sir, bakit function pa rin yan? Kahit may naulit na value doon sa y. Okay. What is important as far as functions are concerned is that the x values do not repeat. It's okay that you have repeated y values. Because the association in a function is not y to x, but x to y. Okay? You cannot, so for a function, for the relation to be a function, you can have one x value associated with one and only one y value. 1 to 1. 1 is to 1.
Loyalty.
Very loyal, right? Okay. Now there are different ways of describing relations and functions, as we can see in the next portion. Here we have, of course, a set of ordered pairs. Again, we have made mention before that an ordered pair is composed of an x value and a y value. So we have here, say, by the way, this symbol, you read that f of x. Can you please say that again? 1, 2, 3, go. F of x. F of x. Hindi siya fx. Wait, 3. No? Oh. At alam niyo siya special x. Okay. Ordered pairs. You know, an x value and a y value. Another x value and another y value. Another x value and another y value. And so on and so forth. Now, the second way is for you to use a table of values. Oh, napapagod kang mag-drawing ng mga parentheses, no? Saka braces. You can use a table. Good one. This table, by the way, is a horizontal table. You can also use a vertical table. Okay? Every x value aligned with its corresponding y value. X, y, x, y, x, y, and so on and so forth. Are we singing already?
X, Y, X, Y.
Okay. A third way to describe functions and relations is by means of a rule. Remember our yesterday's activity? You were given some numbers and you applied rules to it, and to get another number. Okay. For example, using the same given, to express the function as a rule, here it is. To get the value of y, you subtract the value of x from 6. Tama nga naman. For instance, if you have x is equal to negative 3, then your y will be 6 minus negative 3. And what is 6 minus negative 3? That's 9, remember?
Yes.
6 minus negative 3. And remember, when you have minus negative, it already, what happens?
It becomes positive.
It becomes positive. It now transforms into a plus, right? Magnific. Okay? Number 4, a fourth way to describe a function or relation is by means of an equation. Ayan. Yan naman. To get the value of y, you subtract the value of x from 6. Subtract from, kaya may minus ka dyan. Tapos yung 6, nandito. Now, an alternative way, instead of using y, you can also use the notation f of x. Kaya huwag kayo malilito na Euclid. Yung f of x, tsaka yung y, pareho lang sila. Pareho lang sila. Magkaibang pangalan lang. Halimbawa, Jose Miguel, tapos Pepe. Do they refer to the same person?
Yes.
Different names, same person.
What if Pepe was Rizal?
That's a different person. Rizal naman yung pelikula. No? Okay. And finally, Fifth way, the most visual way to describe a function or relation is by means of a graph. Remember yung XY plane, Cartesian plane, E?
Opo.
Ayan Each of these ordered pairs was plotted into the Cartesian plane, which is why, as a reminder, your unit test 7, you will be required to, unit test 6 rather, you will be required to use graphing data. Because we will indeed graph functions. Okay? Now, let's proceed to the next portion. Finding the value of a function. Buti pa yan, may value. Ikaw sa kanya, may value.
Wala.
Hindi kami close.
Okay. Now, to evaluate the function, okay, pag narinig niyo yung word na evaluate, it means to find the value of a function. All you have to do is substitute. Sa basketball na nga lang Paano mo malalaman kung gaano kagaling ang isang player? E di, i-substitute mo siya, palaruin mo siya dun sa game. Diba? Palaruin mo siya. Everybody should have chances. Right? Right or not wrong? Okay. Our first example, say if we have f of x is equal to 3x minus 1. Yan ang equation natin, f of x equals 3x minus 1. Find the value when x is equal to 3. So, ang gagawin Mr. EJ ay, sabi? So, in this case, if you have this equation, f of x is equal to 3x minus 1, yung x, papalitan mo ng 3. Ng ano? 3. Ng 3. Okay? Kaya yan, f of 3 is equal to yung x na palitan ng 3. 3 times 3 minus 1. And what's 3 times 3?
9.
That's 9. And that's minus 1. And what's 9 minus 1? And finally, we have a value of 8. When x is equal to 3, the value of the function is 8. Kaya kapag nag-ordered pair ka rito, ang mangyayari dyan, x equals 3, y equals 8. 8. Ayun 8. 3, 8. 3, 8. Question so far, before we continue. Long. So far, so good? Okay. Sample 2. Given that f of x is equal to x squared minus 4, find f of negative 2. Okay, 9 Euclid. I admonish you that as early as now, you get yourselves acquainted with this notation, okay? Yung nakakakita ka ng F, or G, or ng H, tapos may parentheses, and you have a value inside. So your X now will become negative 2. Papalitan mo lang ng negative 2 yung X. For example here, this is our equation. Your x will now be replaced by what value? Negative 2. And don't forget, when you deal with negative values, maglagay ka ng, what's that? Parentheses. Okay? And negative 2 squared, and what is negative 2 squared, Mr. Reyes? Negative 2 squared. Isipin mo na lang. Negative 2 times negative 2. Positive 4. Positive 4 ba yun? Tama ba yun, Mr. Ida? Ba't nga pala pala ng mata mo? Umilag ka kasi mga basic content. Now, negative 2 squared is 4, and we have a minus 4 there. 4 minus 4, what will it be? Kaya 0. So when x is equal to negative 2, the value of your function, your given function, is 0. Now, when we have it as an ordered pair, pagiging ganito siya. Negative 2, x is negative 2, y is equal to what? 0. Negative 2, 0. Yeah. negative 2, 0.
Oh.
Okay. Now, for the final portion, it's like you substitute as many values of x as you can into the equation, and then get the corresponding y value. Kung ano yung makuha mo, yun ang magiging y mo. You get the x, you assign as many x values as possible, as you can, as desired, then makuha mo yung value. Okay. Halimbawa dito, y equals, ano to? X plus 2. Okay, halimbawa, mag-a-assign ako ng value dito. Okay, Mr. Garbador, number please. 24. 24? Okay, 24. Now, if x is equal to 24, then, your number. Your x will be replaced by 24. And what is 24 plus 2? 26. So, for the y value, you get 26. Now, suppose I assign the value of 10. Then, your x will now be replaced by what value? 10. And what is 10 plus 2? 12. So, when x is 10, y is 12. Okay, suppose we assign the value 0. Then y becomes what value? What? The number is 2. So when x is equal to 0, y becomes 2. Suppose we assign negative 3. Negative 3.
Negative 1.
Then y becomes, tama yun, no? Negative 1. Kasi negative 3 plus 2. Negative 1. So when x is negative 3, y is negative 1. In similar fashion, suppose I assign negative 5 here, then y becomes negative 3. And if I assign, say, negative 7, then this becomes negative 5. And when I assign negative 10, this becomes 8. The y becomes negative 8. Now, sir, what values do we need to assign for x? Well, for the meantime, we have assigned random values. But later, when we graph quadratic functions, we will assign values such as negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, and other consecutive values. Kung bakit, you will find out soon. That will be in our next lesson. That's tomorrow. Okay? So, I hope you enjoyed listening, and thanks for all my fans.
No, sir.
Okay. Should you have any questions, you may see me on Facebook and like my page there.
Yeah.
Another day at the classroom.